Holy crap, half the Earth just disappeared. Anyways, here I am, back at the Imperial base. You'll notice that across the bridge there, the floating the sealed cave area has kind of disappeared. That's what the floating continent is. If you go back to some of the people around, especially around the Victor Empire, they'll talk about how pieces are back, blah blah blah. I guess obviously they didn't see the giant island floating in the sky, but that's besides the point. So once you're ready, board the airship. If you're not quite ready, just hit lift off, and you'll go back to the regular airship and be able to fly around, level up, do your stuff. But let's get on the floating continent. But only 3 party members are allowed, and there's a special reason for that. So at this point, who should you be taking? Terra and Celeste are probably your best bet for magic. Locke is actually Terra. Celeste are good for both magic and physical. Gao's actually pretty good magic user, as well as Stargo, and Realm's not too bad of one if you really want to boost her up. Cyan, Edgar, and Saban are best for physical attacks, and Locke and Setzer aren't too bad themselves. Setzer's pretty all around. And Mog's nice to have around with his dances. His dances will come in handy, especially the Wind Song, which will be able to heal you up without the cost of MP, and does some wind damage, what many enemies are weak against. As well as Stargo has the Aqua Breath, or Aqua Rake, which deals water damage, which a few enemies are weak to coming up. Realm, I guess if she can be useful, it can be useful if you have a lot of magic on her. Cyan, yeah, not too bad, but this is the party I am going to take, because it is the strongest one I have. Like, it's hard to choose. I mean, I would probably take Terra, Celeste, Saban, Edgar, Mog. Any of those few characters are probably the best characters. I wouldn't take Gao very much, or Stargo, or Realm, because their magic isn't really that high at this point. Cyan's not bad, but he just doesn't have the... he has the damage, but not as much versatility as Edgar has, or Saban. And either does Setzer. But definitely Mog and Terra are good. Locke, yeah, Locke's not the greatest in this fight either. So once you select your party, head out. Yeah, Locke's not the greatest because he doesn't really have much he can contribute to the party. So now we're just going to fly around as the airship floats in the sky. We're going to get into random encounters. They're not forced encounters. It's just whether you move or not, you're going to get attacked. So here we have Sky Armors, and they are weak to, those are the yellow guys. They are weak to lightning and wind. Well, actually both are weak to lightning and wind. Best bet, just use tools. Aura Bolt causes some lightning damage, so that's good. The yellow ones have a chance of silencing a character when they're alone. And the Skyfire here has a chance of using Absolute Zero, which causes massive ice. Well, not massive, but a decent amount of ice damage. Let's reset to memory, because I have it set on... memory is good to have on if you're like grinding and stuff like that. That way you can just keep it on like their most powerful attacks and have it continue attacking when you're grinding. Make sure you keep your health up. It's always good. Yeah, there we go, excellent. You can, as you saw, I can't go into the menu. I can heal up. You definitely want to make sure before you go anywhere... Oh, crap, wrong one. Before you go anywhere, you definitely want to make sure the 3 party members you choose have Osmosis on, the ability to absorb MP. That is a definite must. Look at them flying around back there like they own the place. Yeah, because you're not gonna have much chance to really regain health or anything. Let's get healed up here. You can also pull off Fire Dance. Works quite well as it works quite well. Taking out most of the enemies here. You can also use Auto Crossbow. Works well. They're weak to wind and lightning, both of them. So you can use Stargo's Aqua Rake, which does wind damage, or you can use if you have a good magic user, use Bolt 2, sorry. That's always useful. Getting into a lot of attacks. I don't know if it's always the same number of attacks. I know it's always a pincer attack. And tools. I should use the chainsaw more. Using the chainsaw against regular enemies like these is okay, although I'm not sure. I think these ones are immune to instant death. I don't think chainsaw works, the instant death works against machines. Huh. Oh, what the hell is that? It's like a cloud of purple gas. So we're still just taking these guys on. They're not too tough. They can get annoying though. That one has that... Well, they have the standard tech laser, but there's that one that has the... Skyfire has the chance of attacking all the characters. It can get quite annoying. In the intro, in the anthology version for the PlayStation 1, they actually have they show these guys when Setzer is escaping from... Oops, didn't mean to do that. They actually show these guys chasing after Setzer in the cutscene. I haven't talked about that cutscene a lot, but it shows a bit of what happens before and a few of the events during the game. Make sure your HP's up to about 75%. The hell is that thing? So still fighting these things. Nothing's going on. God, that absolute zero is nasty. If you're running low on MP at about this point, you can osmosis the both the Spitfire and the Sky Armor for about 150 MP, but just do it to a 1 each. 'Cause they don't have that much to give. Well, they do, but just... you can only do it once. The other thing I recommend is make sure your characters have above 1000 HP. Because this place we're going to, the floating island, is not pretty. It is quite dangerous. A lot of nasty, really nasty enemies. As well as you can't go back once you've... like, you can go back, but you have to go through the whole island to get back. So make sure you really are prepared before you start this. And, oh, it is our good buddy Altos back. So we have to fight him once again. Standard stuff. He uses Tentacle, he smacks you around, he blinds you. But he is still weak to fire. So if you got Fire 2, which I don't from her, although I have the Fire Blade, I can do that. I can drill him. Use, obviously, Cyan's best techs. Gao, anybody who has fire abilities. Yep. Oh. Chupon? So here's the floating gas Chupon, whatever his name is. He is actually weak to thunder. and absorbs lightning. So you want to watch, or sorry, he absorbs fire. He's weak to ice. But good thing Celeste knows ice too. Yes, he absorbed the ice there. Celeste has a ton of magical equipment on it. I think the sparkling dress, Magus hat, trying to get her magic power up there. Holy crap, is it ever up. And don't worry too much, this battle will end whenever you defeat Chupon in the back here. Doesn't matter if you actually defeat the octopus, although you can. I think he gives you slightly more magic points. They're not too afraid. Oh, there we go. Take him out in the back and he'll sneeze you off the edge of the bridge. Mog should be using Wind Dance all the time because it just has a chance of healing you. And we get knocked off right back into another battle. Let's see what we got here. No. So here we have the Air Force One. Take out the launcher, then the laser. Let's get Bolt 2 going. Take out the one down here. Take out that one. Launcher is the one in the bottom there, I believe. Or Missile Bay, sorry. It has a chance of causing a SAP status, which will drain your HP. Never good. Get Bolt off. God, that diffuser's getting annoying. Do 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 do. Cast Bolt on the body. Obviously, everything's weak to Bolt. It's weak to water as well. So having Stargo with his lore here really helps too. Come on, hit him in the back. Once you have defeated both bays, he'll release what's known as a bit, which acts like a runic and will constantly absorb. Oh, we killed him. Which will constantly absorb magic. Because it will absorb magic, obviously Celeste will be useless, and you have to rely on physical attacks or abilities. And we won with 3 magic points. Krazeri, I don't know what the hell that is. The bit will absorb magic. You can defeat it and then cast on, but what he'll do is he'll actually count down to Wave Laser, which will do a massive amount of damage. Here's a save point. We'll save here. Which will do a massive amount of damage. Not only that, it will cause sap to you. And here's Shadow. Come on, Shadow. So make sure you have Shadow equipped with an Esper, probably learning Zone Seek, get his Osmosis up. Make sure everybody has their abilities learned as much as possible. So let's try to get as far as I can here. This place is a little confusing, but there's 4 treasures, and there's not a lot. And what might seem like a dead end isn't always the dead end. And here we have the Behemoth, one of the most deadliest enemies here. Behemoths are very strong. They are weak to ice, and they counter attacks with breakdown, as well as they have a chance of casting Meteor. See, that took them down in 1 hit. Yeah, they do some nasty damage. This is why you want to make sure you're really high up in the HP department. Ow, wow. He really took them down there. Ah, whew. But they'll counter every physical attack with breakdown. And that can be really nasty. Also, this is why you want to have Osmosis on, as well as bring in as many tents as you can. You can steal the MP from a lot of the enemies here, strengthening yourself. Let's touch this. Ah, Merasum. That's a weapon for 7. So we'll finish them. Here we have the ninjas, same as always. They aren't really weak to anything, just take them out with your strongest abilities. Throw fire scrolls or whatever you got at them. They have a chance of death, so Chainsaw is good here, because even if Chainsaw fails, there's a chance you'll take them out. Oh, I gotta equip him too. Oh, crap. And all my physical attacks are gonna miss. Incorrect blitz, but this should kill him off. Alright folks, so this is about as far as I'm going to get today. In the next episode, hopefully we'll finish off this area. Bye now.